idea what type of football we play.
This is Clubhouse Squad! This is Clubhouse Squad!
That means a lot, man. Obviously the measurable success means a lot. Just 9-1 season, we won the City League North, made the playoffs and all that. That means a lot, but just from a social standpoint, I was just talking to Mike Bell, who coached with us over the last 3 or 4 years. And, we were reminiscing how we really didn't have a chance to take it in at the moment, but we're just reminded, daily just how much it meant to people outside of, the people who were on the sidelines last year. It meant a lot to a lot of guys. So it really felt good, especially once you have a chance to, stop being a coach and just appreciate it. I mean, anybody who can coach, anybody who can coach. I've taken a little bit from Miranda, a little bit from Maddox, even some of the newer guys, Yates. But probably the two who I have the closest personal and professional connection with would be Anthony Thornton at Mifflin and Kevin Toussaint, who used to be at Northland. Those are two guys who, those are just my go-tos. If it's whether we're talking, from a schematic standpoint, or whether we're talking, dealing with young men, or young men who are who have become grown men, young adults, so to speak. Those are the two guys who I have leaned on the most since I've been head coach. But obviously I have my old coach Pat Sergio and his longtime assistant Mark Schaefer. I pull a lot on those guys as well. We got Jalen Gilbert at quarterback, and I try to keep him off the field on defense, but he's going to play a lot of defense for us this year. So we got Jalen Gilbert coming back, Marquise Scott, who's going to be going from he played primarily slot because we had Lucien Davis the last couple years, but he's going to be our featured back this year. Outside of him, we got a well-known name, Saikui Womack, 2-time All-State. At safety, he's also been one of Jalen's security blankets in terms of playing wide receiver. We also have coming back Noah Hayden, offensive line. He was all city last year. He'll probably be all district this year. Kevin Motley, people know him as Nunu, defensive tackle, offensive line. He's one of our unsung guys, probably the most important person on our defense a year ago. But like I said, very unsung. Nobody gives the interior guys any kind of love. But Noah, Nunu, Justin Grimes, who was honorable mention all district last year. I think probably one of the most underrated kids in the city last year. But he'll be back for us. Those are probably some of the more recognizable. And then obviously we got a whole host of other guys. Tyreek Gannell at slot, CJ Dean, outside linebacker. We got several guys. Yeah, I think it actually started a couple of years ago. We had a tough game versus a school called Lucas. Lucas was actually in the state finals last year, but they kind of thumped up on us. These seniors, it was their freshman year. A lot of those dudes were playing. They kind of thumped up on us. Going into that Lucas game, there were a lot of people who were doubting us. I think at that point we were on maybe a 2 or 3 game win streak. And we could see the tide rolling, but there was a lot of people who were kind of doubting us, just didn't think we could do it, didn't think we had enough to do it. We went up there and won a tough game, shootout basically, won a tough game, and from there you could just see momentum building. That season, I remember we were playing Beechcroft, it was our homecoming, and the stands were packed, and I've never, that's something that I've never seen as a player or coach at Centennial, so we noticed it then. But then last year, I think our administration, our principal, Stephanie Porter, and our athletic director, Lucas Tuggle, they did a good job of drumming up excitement for the Grandview game. It was going to be televised, but, they got kids' shirts. They were making announcements, doing a bunch of little things. that, kind of got excitement building. And we didn't get to win, but it was a good game, and a lot of people were proud of the effort that our guys gave in the midst of, the game could have gotten out of hand at one point. We lost Jalen, and Marquise was kicked out of the game. But our guys rallied together, and I think a lot of people identified with the spirit of the team. So it pretty much just steamrolled from there.